Hey guys, PJ Cruikshank in the house again, as you can see. Yeah, I just found this video from about 5 years from Action Lab. Yeah, Action Lab I think it's called. And I'm just going to cut out a clip from it. It's probably going to be a good few minutes long. I won't talk through it at all. I'll just do this intro and probably say something at the end. But yeah, it's about, well, gravity. They're not admitting that there's no gravity, obviously. It's about this little demonstration they do, like we spin a coin and the way it rocks and rolls when it's stopping to land on the ground flat. He says, obviously, he says that most people would say that that's gravity that it's due to, it stops in the end, but it's not. Admittedly, it's friction. So it's just strange to hear someone that's allegedly scientific saying that it's friction and not gravity. So yeah, I'll let it play. I just think it's interesting that it's another thing that gravity is not needed for, because we know gravity doesn't exist. You know what I mean? But it's mad in this demonstration that they said gravity doesn't play a part in this. Well, he doesn't say gravity doesn't play a part, but it's not due to gravity, it's due to friction that this happened. So I'll let it play for you guys. You can watch it, or maybe say bye at the end, you know what I mean? Bless you guys, just thought this was interesting, so yeah, hope you like it. Bye bye.
Okay, today I'm going to be showing you a coin that just won't tip over. If you've ever spun a coin on a table, you might notice that it can spin for quite a while. Even when it tips over, it wobbles back and forth, and it takes a long time to eventually come to a stop. And if I were to ask you what actually made it stop, you might be tempted to say that it was gravity that made it stop. That's what made it fall over. Just like you might be tempted to say that the reason this pendulum eventually comes to a stop is due to gravity.
So there is the meaning of gravity, right there. Gravity, noun. The force that attracts objects towards one another, especially the force that makes things fall to the ground.
But is it really gravity that's stopping these things? Or is there some other mysterious force? And if we can figure out what it is, does that mean we could make a coin that just wobbles forever on the table? So the spinning and wobbling phenomenon, you don't just see with spinning a coin on the table, but you can even get it to happen with just spinning a cup on a table. Look how long it's going. By using this cup, we're going to try to figure out what's actually the force that's making it stop spooling, spinning and rolling. Well, one hint that we should get from this cup is the rolling motion. So for example, I have this roll of duct tape here, and I'm going to roll it across the table. So I'm going to give it some initial energy, and then eventually it stops. So the reason this eventually stopped is due to something called rolling friction.
And there is the meaning for friction. Friction. Noun, the force that makes it difficult for one object to slide along the surface of another, or to move through a liquid or gas. There you go. There's the meaning for friction.
Rolling friction is kind of a combination of a bunch of different forces. One of the main ones is the plastic deformation of the thing rolling. And even some of the energy is lost when the tape slips a little bit against the table. So all of this initial energy of me rolling the duct tape on the table gets lost as heat in the duct tape in the table, and sound. So in this case, it's easy to tell that the reason the duct tape stops is due to friction, or rolling friction. So if that's the case, does that mean if we have a surface that has very low friction, that we could get a coin to just spin around for a very long time like this? Well, let's check it out. So I have here what's essentially a really big coin. It's just a big, heavy, thick stainless steel disc. And I'm going to first spin it on something that has a lot of friction. So this is just a styrofoam disc here, and I'm gonna spin it on it just like I spin the coin on the table, and let's see about how long it takes to stop. Okay, let's spin the disc on this styrofoam here. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that didn't last long. 3 seconds. So on this styrofoam disc, it's definitely not spinning for very long at all. But let's see what happens if I spin it on this hardwood table now. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. spinning a lot longer now. Whoa, look at that. And you can hear it getting louder and louder as it goes down. Or higher and higher frequency. Whoa! So 40 seconds on a hardwood table. So you can see that between these two surfaces, this is a lot smoother and harder, so there's a lot less rolling friction than on this styrofoam, and we increased from 3 seconds to 40 seconds. So if a slight decrease in friction increases the wobble time before it actually settles down by 37 seconds, what would happen if we actually put this and let it spin on hard glass that has very little rolling friction? So this is just a glass mirror here. It has very little rolling friction, and I'm gonna spin my coin on this now. Let's see how long it can actually spin. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's starting to tip over now. You can hear that sound there. It's getting higher and higher pitch as it goes. See if it passes the hardwood table. So we're expecting it should go longer than the hardwood table. Should at least get past 40 seconds. Okay, it's past the hardwood table now. So that's because the rolling friction of this glass is a lot less than the rolling friction on this hardwood table here. That's crazy. So it's been going for a minute now, just wobbling on the table with no extra input of energy. Other than the initial potential energy I gave it, all I did was knock it over, and now it's just sitting there vibrating as if it has some type of battery power in it. Look at it just vibrating back and forth. It's almost like it's reached an equilibrium now, and it's not even slowing down that much anymore. It's just sitting there vibrating. It's getting higher and higher pitch. There it goes. It sounds like a spaceship taking off or something. Whoa. Oh, stop it. So around 2 minutes and 7 seconds that it just spun and wobbled or spoled around for 2 minutes without any extra input of power. It's amazing. So I think our hypothesis is correct that the reason that the coin eventually falls over is simply due to friction.
What? So, yeah, as you can see, friction, not gravity. We know gravity is not real, guys. RDD deals with that relative density disequilibrium, buoyancy of stuff. You know what I mean? Displacement of the medium. You know what I mean? Not two things can occupy the same space at the same time. Air can't hold this up. It's not solid to hold this up, so anything dense in it's got to go towards the ground. We don't need gravity. But anyway, I just thought this was interesting. I hope you liked it, guys. Bless yous. Here the sun sets free. It's free. Indeed. Bye-bye.